Hello guys and welcome. In today's video we're gonna work on two of my guitars. I have two SG guitars that you've seen on the channel. One is one of my first builds I did on the channel, so it's a pretty old guitar. I've had it for a while now, it's like 6 or 7 years. Time flies by when you're having fun, right? And the other one is an SG that I found and I fixed up and then I modded a couple of years ago now, 4 maybe? I don't know. Time is an elusive mistress and I have no way of keeping track of her. It has one tone and one volume like a regular guitar, but then it has a distortion control and it also has a stutter control. So yeah, some of you have seen this guitar, you know, multiple times. Some of you subscribe because of the distortion mod thing. So yeah, but I'm not really an SG guy. And I'm not really a humbucker guy. And the reason why I'm not really a humbucker guy is because I feel like most humbuckers are too bassy. The frequencies of the guitar. I don't really want my guitar to be bassy. I want my bass to be bassy. I mostly use guitars for making music. And that means that I'll play the guitar and then I'll play the bass and so on. And that means that I'll have to cut a bunch of bass out of the guitar anyway because I want to make room for the bass to be the bass. And so, for me, that's just something that I kind of want to get rid of anyway. Now, obviously, I can do it in the mix, but I kind of want to experiment in this video with seeing if I can make myself like these guitars more with the humbuckers they already have, because obviously I can always change the humbuckers, but we're not in the business of just throwing things out here. So I'm going to experiment with a little mod that is super easy and that anyone can do and that anyone can experiment with. And so yeah, it's just adding a little capacitor. We're gonna see how it works. I'm gonna be using this thing here to do it, but you can do it without having something like this. I'll show you in a second how. I just want to first quickly explain how this works. It's basically like the true bypass switch that you have in a pedal, except it will go to these wires. So I'll be putting parts into these cables here, and then I'll be pressing this and we'll go back and forth between having no parts added to the circuit of the guitar and then having the parts that we're going to add. And it's just a quick way to A/B things, but you can just either just solder parts in place, play it, and then, you know, take them out and resolder, or you can do this with alligator clippers, which is what I'm going to show you now, and then we'll jump into the actual experiment, okay? So here is the inside of the guitar, and what I'm going to do here, it doesn't matter what it looks like on your guitar in here, the only thing that matters is right here, okay? This is the jack, this is where you plug in your guitar. And if you look at a cable, the one that will be plugged in there, it looks something like this if it's a mono cable. If you're doing some sort of stereo thing, then this is not gonna apply correctly and you'll have to rethink your life choices a little bit. So when you plug the cable in here, this black wire here that is connected to the middle ring part here gets connected to the sleeve right here. And this part here is connected to this tip here, gets connected to the tip here. All right, that's the only thing that you need to really know. What we can do is we can bypass this jack here with alligator clippers. So we'll put an alligator clipper here, and this alligator clipper will be connected to the ground of the sleeve. And then we'll take another alligator clipper and we'll put one here on this positive here. And then we'll take another alligator clipper and put on the lead of the other one. And then we'll have two alligator clippers end, so just like this, that if we put them together, the guitar is just normal. And then we can try to put something in between those, you know, like a capacitor, for example, and that will be a super easy way to just do what I do and experiment with it. It will be a little bit noisier than normal, so if you feel like, oh no, this mod is making my guitar super noisy, just realize once you've actually unsoldered this and soldered the part in place, then that amount of noise will go away most likely. So yeah, that's just it. It's super easy. Let's jump into the pedal thing and see what happens when we start messing around. So the amp is on, the pedal thing here is plugged in, and here's the guitar right now. And I don't see myself keeping that much bass. I realize that for some of you it's like, that's not a lot of bass. And obviously this is very much just a question of taste. So I have a bunch of capacitors. No. Yes, capacitors. And you can skip most of these values for what we're doing here, but I'm gonna start off here and start with maybe a 2.2 picofarad. Yes.
No.
If I can grab one. They are very small. And all I'm gonna do here now is I'm just gonna take these two cables that come off here that you can't see, and I'm just gonna put one on one, and that's basically now my pedal. And if I play the guitar and I press that, it goes through the capacitor. And it is just like some of the bass is gone. We'll try something else. Here is 3.3. Oh. And the thing is, obviously, you can just take the values that I'm saying and you can just put them in your guitar and see what happens, and maybe that'd be fun. But you don't know what pickups I have. It's not the same amp. You should really try. Very subtle little thing, and I think I said picofarad, I mean microfarad, of course. We'll try something. Probably should have started with something a little bit. Wait, what did I just pick up? I don't even know what I just pick up. Just random. Like now you can hear. I don't know what I just picked. I think I picked a 56 picofarad. Yeah. And as you can hear, I killed the entire signal. So that's not right, obviously. We'll put that one back, and we'll go back to some lower values. I want to find something that is really messing with it so that you guys understand. I mean, you are probably understanding. Like here. This is a 4.7 nanofarad. And I feel like it's cutting away so much. Yeah, and we'll try something else. Oh, sorry. Okay, so here. This is probably what I'm going to go with. This is what I'm meaning. I hope you can hear the difference. You might not. It might be hard because the camera is facing this way. And here is the guitar. And you can hear how it's kind of booming in the background. It's kind of hard with the microphone and everything. You hear that background boom. And now it's sort of gone. Now, obviously, you can put this on a pot and you can have a sort of blend-in thing going, but I don't want to drill any more holes and I don't want to sacrifice any of the other controls for that. The only thing now that we have to test is, will this work with a bridge pickup? Because the bridge pickup is all already kind of thin sounding. I usually don't use the bridge pickup. So let's switch over to it. yeah, here we run into an issue. And that is, I don't think I want this on the bridge pickup. I think I only want it on the neck pickup. So let's jump into the guitar, solder this little 1 nanofarad capacitor in place.
1 hour later.
I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm sorry if you can't. But here, I'm gonna see if I can angle the camera a little bit. Here I have my volume pot, and from the switch there is a wire coming from where the pickup meets up to the volume, and I'm just gonna remove that wire. Oh, come back, please. Not now. I don't have time for your shenanigans. I'm just gonna unsolder this wire like so, and then I'm just gonna add this in here like so, and just hold it still for a second so that it gets stuck. I hope you can see it's right in there. It's all connected. It's just, you know, where the wire would go. And then I just take the other end of the wire and put it on the other end, you know, something like that. And I think I have a little excess leg there that I can just snip off like so. And that should be that. So let's plug in the guitar and just see what happens, how it sounds. Okay, the guitar is plugged in. We turn on the amp again, and it's kind of quiet. So the reason why I say it's kind of quiet is before there was a lot of noise when we did this experiment, or at least to me there was a lot of noise. We'll see how much it comes across on the camera, but now it's pretty much dead silent. And the neck pickup doesn't have that boom to it anymore. It still sounds like a humbucker. It still sounds like a fat full humbucker, I feel like. But by going through and suddenly finding the right capacitor, it still sounds almost exactly the same. It's just that booming humbucker thing is gone. Yeah, and if we switch over to the bridge, there shouldn't be any effect because there basically are 2 circuits in this. One circuit for the bridge pickup and one circuit for the neck pickup, and then it's just a matter of which one you select, and they both, you know, go to the same jack through the switch. Yeah. I have a video drawing up how to wire a Les Paul, and it's basically the same thing. So if you're confused, you can check out that. Okay, one thing we're gonna try that I forgot completely, I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot it, is we should probably try and see what this sounds like if we distort it. So let's put it in drive, just lower the volume a little bit for the video. And it's a little bit nosy sounding now, I think. But I don't need the bass for my distortion either, because it's gonna get even more, you know, rumbly or whatever you want to call it. I think we're done with this guitar. Tone still works, but it does sound, I think even the tone sounds maybe a little bit nicer now. Yeah, that's it. Let's take a look at the other guitar and just see what happens.
10,000 years later.
Okay, so here's the guitar. Some of you might remember it from back in the day, and I think we're having the same issue really here. Maybe some of you are gonna say, well, if you're having this issue, just stop using the neck pickup on humbuckers. But I mean, like, listen to this. As all that you need, listen to this. It has nothing of what you need. So why would I ever use a bridge pickup? You guys are crazy. No, I'm kidding. Before someone gets mad in the comments because I made a joke that was, I don't know. I'm just joking with you guys. Anyway, I think analyzing your guitar, sorting out all the issues you're having with it, write them down, for example, and then just see if you can find a solution to them, will just be a good idea. It's a generally good thing to do. It doesn't have to have anything to do with humbuckers. It's just me personally, I don't like that booming thing. And this guitar has it less. It's a part of the frequency that I just want to sort of squish a little bit. And by squishing certain frequencies, we can let other ones take up more space. So it's a win-win. But yeah, we have one other thing that I want to take into consideration when doing this. And that is, I have one control right here, that if I roll this, we get distortion. So and I mean, obviously, you never know how something that you do to your guitar is going to affect every other aspect of your chain, unless you're going through everything. And if you have like a standard pedal board, for example, or something where you've laid everything out and you're very like confident in that nothing is going to change, then perhaps you should bring your pedal board to this equation as well. Obviously, I'm making a video right now, so I can't really nerd out. I also don't have a pedal board. Shocker. Yes. No. It's just I don't have a pedal board right now. I'm doing things. Yeah. I forgot to put the backplate on the other guitar, so I'm gonna have to remember to do that before I go. My point is, on this guitar, I kind of the point of it is that it is a distortion in it. That I can roll it. So yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think I'm trying to say is we're gonna have to experiment with the distortion as well. But anyway, let's jump in. We'll start off with a 6.8. Let's go wild. It's not gonna be the right one, I can tell you that much. But maybe it will be. Maybe it will sound like angels crying. Yeah, that did nothing for us. See, I didn't even notice which one Let's go down a little bit. Let's see what this one does. That cut every bass note, every bass tone out of it. This is 100 picofarads. Part of me is kind of like I want to do that, but I mean it's going to be a very specific sound, and it's going to be a very. It's not going to be. I'm not going to be able to use the guitar for a lot. It's going to be like every now and then I want that particular very lost of bass sound. Maybe I think we're gonna skip the bridge pickup again. You can put one on every pickup, you know, just find where the pickup meets the rest of the electronics, the lead signal, you know, where it goes to the volume pot or where it goes to the switch, and just splice it in there basically. You can tune every pickup differently. So here's the guitar first. Only neck pickup, nothing added, clean, and then with the distortion knob rolled on. And then here is the little capacitor, which is a 680 picofarads, so it's a pretty low little thing there. Here's the guitar. You can hear the boominess of the humbucker. I think I'm gonna go with that actually. It is. It's kind of interesting when you cut so much of the bass frequencies. I mean, like, we're really cutting now. Or at least I feel like we are. I'm gonna move you guys closer to the amp so you can hear it for this one. Okay, let's open this guitar up and solder this little thing in place and call it a day. And yeah, good cucumbers. So here we have the cavity, and as you can probably, hopefully tell, it's a little bit different than the other one. Mainly, obviously, we do have bigger parts, we have a kill switch, but also the wiring is different. In the other one, we have basically two circuits, and they're going to the switch, and the switch is demanding, or it's dictating which jack goes to the output. You know, so you switch with the two circuits basically. But here we have one circuit, and the switch is just for the pickups. It's a little bit different way of thinking. I hope you understand what I'm saying is the difference. You know, but in the other one, basically, the tone and volume for the neck is separate from the tone and volume of the bridge. Obviously, there is a ground. Everything is grounded together, but anyway, what we need to do here is we have to flick the switch, and some switches, I've done a video talking about this before, when it comes to these sort of Les Paul switches, some of them are, when you switch it, it's adding the plate that is connected mechanically to the pickup, and sometimes it's removing. And in this case, if I look from the side, I don't think you will be able to tell, but I'll tell you, it is removing the one, which means that I flip it up, it's removing the bridge pickup, which means that if I flip this up, it's the one on the same side that is the one that is connected, which means that on a different switch, that would be the neck pickup. But since this is a removing switch, it's still that connection. So this is our neck pickup. I hope I told you that. I feel like I said that in a clunky way. I'm sorry. But it's basically if the switch is adding the connection or removing the connection. You just have to look at the switch to see that. I have another video, it might be a YouTube short even, where I show you this or talk about this. But anyway, there we have it. That's the wire. And all we have to do is pre-tin and bend the legs. Come back. of our little capacitor, and we can just melt them together like so. And then I'm gonna make that like a little shorter. It doesn't have to be that long. And then we just try to melt this into place. I hope I'm not too much in the way. I know some of you dislike it that my fingers are in the way, but you have to understand, I have to use my fingers to hold the parts that are gonna get sorted in place. Like I don't have telepathy, which I think is what you guys are annoyed about, but just, you know, consider this. You don't have telepathy either. And if you think you do, you're either crazy or lying. But anyway, I hope you can see. It's just spliced in. It's just removing the connection and solder it in place. And if you wanted this to affect both, then you could either splice it in after the switch right here where it goes to the volume, or there where it meets the volume, or here where the volume goes to the jack, you know, in the middle leg is, yeah, in the middle leg, or just directly here where it goes to the jack. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the tone. It doesn't affect anything. I mean, it does affect, you know, the signal adding this mod. That's the point of it. But I mean, where you put it in the chain, as long as it is, you know, doing the same thing, it will, you know, do the same thing. I hope you understand what it is I'm trying to say. I'm doubting myself. So I'm gonna just screw this back on, and we're gonna take a look at and just play the guitar a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so here is the guitar now. I don't know why I hold it up to show you. It's like, look. Anyway, yeah. So here's the neck pickup now. The guitar is a lot quieter now. I'm just pointing that out because I feel like some of you are new to this. Some of you might, you know, hear all the cables and think it's, you know, the part that you're adding that's going to make your guitar super noisy or something like that. No, it's all the wiring, you know, that is not in the guitar. That's why I'm always like, make the cables as short as they can be, because that helps, you know. A lot of these kit guitars things that you see with these connector things, you know, these, you know, on, it's just, you know, it's just begging for noise to be introduced. You know, you have half a meter of cable inside of your guitar, and it's like, it doesn't need to be there. Here is the neck pickup now, and as I can hear it. I hope you guys can hear it too. The boominess and bassiness has been squooshed down. I mean, it's a little bit more nosy, maybe you could say as well, a little, you know. And then obviously rolling on the distortion knob. That's strange. That is strange. I feel like I had more distortion on the neck pickup before I installed it. I might have to switch the value actually, because I feel like maybe I cut it a little bit. Maybe I need to find a value in between, but it will have to wait, because I feel like I've sort of made my point with this one, and that's good enough for now. Obviously, you should really take your time when you're nerding in on things like this and make sure you really have what you want to have in there and not just sort of go in willy-nilly like I did here. But you know, I always fear that the videos will be too long, so I have to go now, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, that you got something out of it, that you learned something maybe, that you thought differently about your pickups. You know, you don't always have to switch them out. If you analyze your guitar and figure out all the issues, and then you just sort of go through them and you really think about like, okay, what is this? What is happening? And one solution to this could be, for example, to get an EQ pedal. You don't want to cut too much, but ask yourself like, what frequencies do I really actually need, and go from there. Another solution is, as I said earlier, to add a pot. Then you could just find what max sort of thing you would want and make it really, really mid-rangey maybe or something. And then you just sort of put the control where you want it for that specific moment. But I don't want to add any more pots to either of these guitars, at least not at the moment. Maybe later down the line I will change my mind on that. So yeah, you go and stay awesome and cool and mod your pickups, and I'll go cry in a corner. Bye-bye.